Norman Fleury de Shnechgarson, Emichifnia, Limichif Big Squan. My name is Norman Fleury. I'm a Michif, and I speak Michif, but I also speak 7 languages. I'm greatly honored to be here today, and your invite is very much appreciated. To tell my story as an elder that was born and raised in the oral tradition, not a written tradition, going back to the 1700s and the early 1800s, knowing our previous leaders like Cuthbert Grant and then Louis Riel and my grandparents and great-grandparents who are part of what we call the Métis history. And when we talk about archiving, we've done that orally for centuries. That's how we kept our oral culture alive. And our distinction as Métis and Michifs, and that's our language, Michif language, and other languages that the Métis speak. And also who we are as a nation, as a people, and how we became to be from 2 family groups to become one distinct family that built their own distinction, our own language, our own history, our own stories, our legends, our songs, our music, our dance. Like other nations have distinction, we have distinction, our belief systems. So when we talk about who we are, it's so important to tell those stories, our own stories, and not rely on other people to archive us when they have no information, nothing to base it on, other than authors that people don't know, authors that are not Métis. Now we are the authors of our own destiny. And we talk about transitioning into talking about reconciliation, talking about who we are, where we come from, how all those things affected us, like colonization, and how cultural genocide took a big part of taking away so much of us. But most importantly, if it wasn't for my grandparents and that true history of who we are, we would not be able to tell those stories today. So now we've transitioned to becoming part of an archiving. So we want to make sure that what's archived is the true stories about who we are. So when we talk about Louis Riel and we talk about when he led and how he left us in Regina, his last breath was self-determination, self-government, land, language, culture, and talking about who we are and going to the spirit world. We've never disconnected with Louis Riel. He's still with us. Our grandparents talked so solidly about Louis Riel and Gabriel Dumont and other people that were the players to keep us above ground. And we continue building that relationship with our ancestors that are in the spirit world. And our ancestors are here today with us still through the celebrations of Back to Batoche. We rejuvenate ourselves. The adrenaline flows so hot when we're touched by who we are. So we have something that Canada has really never been inclusive of us through curriculum or through the history. The elders today are organized to be able to tell those stories, and I'm one of those elders. There's so much more. You cannot tell a story in 5, 6 minutes or 10 minutes. It's not fair. We need to continue to tell our stories, to keep the momentum going. So my grandchildren that are 4 months old and 3 years old and older have a chance to hear their grandfather tell the story for once. If you want to know, go to the right source. But now you're getting to know who that right source is. And that's through your government, the Métis Nation, Saskatchewan, and what we've built with our ministries and portfolio holders within our government. And we have a firm, sound citizenship registry. And that just says it all when you have 25,000 citizens and a potential 80,000. How we can help each other like we're doing today by transitioning together, by sitting down together. And now you want to know, and you say, oh, we know who to refer to or how it can be done. If you don't have that identity and the history of your people, and you can't find it in books, because who are the libraries? We are the libraries. The elders are the libraries. So we are out there continually supporting those that are looking for who they are. Residential schools, 60 Scoop, or even in jails, or even in group homes, or people that are transitioning and wanting to find out about who they are. We're there to help them. So that's what I would like to say, that it is possible. So we're here for you. Anywhere we can help you, we're more than happy. That's Canada, institutions, politics, government-to-government negotiations, schools, educational process. We're there to build that capacity and complement so we can all learn together and make a better Canada for all of us. Thank you.